How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I haven't talked to you in a little bit of time here, so it's
Of
really nice
course.
that you're doing this. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
So I watched the movie last night, by the way.
Oh, did you? Oh,
Yes,
nice.
fantastic. Now here's the review that might actually be like really kind of compelling to you because you have 13-year-old twins. I have that 13-year-old son, Colin. He loved it. My 13-year-old loved it. My wife loved it. I loved it.
Thank you. I mean, it is a very feel-good movie. It really is. And I think with the music and everything, it adds a little something
Mhm.
extra than your like normal romantic comedy. So it's a
Right.
lot of fun.
I just thought it was so cute. And then I don't know if you were involved in casting or you signed on when you signed on stuff, but the casting was perfect. I loved when I saw, oh, it's the guy from Game of Thrones. I love Sam in Game of Thrones. So seeing him was
I was
awesome.
like that. I was
Were
like that.
you?
Oh my God, I'm a huge Game of Thrones fan.
Yeah.
I love John. He's amazing. He was perfect to play the manager here.
Yeah.
So we had an amazing time. But yeah, the casting was great. We got Maluma, we got Owen Wilson.
Yeah.
Owen Wilson plays math teacher. Maluma plays like a huge superstar. He's kind
Mhm.
of like typecast in that way.
Yeah. It's
um,
so funny. And then Sarah was hilarious too. I was happy to see her in there.
Sarah was perfect.
Yeah.
Chloe, who played the little girl, who played
Mhm.
Owen's daughter, was gorgeous and awesome and
Yeah.
perfect as well. It really came together nicely.
No, it's super cute and it's very, very nice. And I did cry at one point too, towards
Did
the end,
you?
obviously. I know. I sat there in the chair, Jennifer. I'm like, I'm crying at this rom com they sent over for me to watch. What's wrong with me?
You're getting soft in your old age,
That's
Valentine.
what it is. That's what it is. Who
You
was
know the
funnier?
love. You feel the love.
I felt it. I did feel it. Who was funnier to work with for you than Owen or Sarah?
Oh my God, they were both amazing. They were both
Mhm.
amazing. I mean, I worked more with Owen, but when Sarah was in the scene, it's just like brings all of this amazing life
Yeah.
to the scene. She's so funny and she has so much heart.
Yeah.
She's so real and grounded. And, and I vibe with people like that very much.
Yeah.
So, and Owen was just, it's funny, we're so different, which is great because that's what the whole movie's about. These two people from these very, very different worlds who are like thrown together in
Mhm.
this moment of like just spontaneity, which
Mhm.
happens in life sometimes. You just like make a different choice, do a different thing, do something crazy, and it winds up changing your whole life, when you take that leap of faith. So it was great. And Owen and I, like I said, because we're so different, it worked really well. I feel like he really grounds the movie where I'm playing this like big
Right.
pop star who does all this branding stuff and is like,
Yeah.
the modern day social media celebrity and he was really just like the down to earth guy, which that is kind of who he is. Like he would ride his bike to the set in New York, and it was like, you rode your bike here?
Yeah.
He's like, yes. I was like, oh,
Like, all right, you rode the bike. That's a car service over here, but all right, you rode your bike.
wow.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, that's so cool.
You know, it's funny. I thought too, as I'm watching this, that you could understand the life of this character because of everything you've gone through over the years and stuff.
Yeah.
Was there a connection there for you in that respect?
Yeah, the nuances. I was able to bring like things I don't think any other person in the world could bring.
Yeah.
Understanding what it is to be a singer and an actress and have
Yeah.
businesses and everything. There's something about that. Also, being in the public eye for such a long time,
Mhm.
you really, you have all these things happen to you and all these experiences, and you kind of hold them very close. You don't let people in on like what it's like behind the scenes,
Mhm.
because you do BTS of like this shoot right here, and you'll see, you're
Sure.
like, oh yeah, there's the cameras and there's the people and whatever. But the behind the scenes is really who you are as a person
Yeah.
when the cameras are not on, and the things you really feel, that really human side, which I think we get a little bit more with social media, since
Yeah.
social media, but not really. And I think in this movie, I had to keep reminding myself, because show business is so much about putting your best foot forward
Right.
all the time. It's like, my problems are not, everybody's problems. And if I'm having a bad day, it doesn't matter. I still got to go out there and sing. I
Mhm.
still got to go out there and do the show. I still got to show up on the talk show and, put on my best face and all that. It doesn't matter if I was just crying in the dressing room,
Yeah.
because I had a fight with my boyfriend or whatever, or I had a bad day at work, or it doesn't
Right. You
matter.
still have to go out and do your job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
have to go out and do your job. And those little nuances of what that's really like when you hear people talking about you on TV,
Yeah.
it's like when you guys are there and you're like, did you hear J-Lo did this? Blah, 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 and I'm at home like, oh my God, no,
You're like,
that's
I'm never doing
right.
Valentine again. Why did he say that about me?
Yeah. And what do? Call up every TV host and
Right.
you don't.
Right.
You just kind of have to live through it and hope that people see who you are. And I think this movie gives you a little sense of those
Mhm.
things.
Let me jump to one quick question here because then I want to play the song. This is your first studio album in 7 years. So this marriage of like what I'd call Jennifer Lopez's superpowers of
Yeah.
like film and music, bringing them together. Why did it take so long, and how did it feel when you did it?
Yeah, it was good because I haven't done an album in a while, and it's funny, I have my producing partner Elaine, and we always sit around and talk about like what would be the dream project, what new thing do we want to do? We've been doing this a long time, and she was like, it'd be great to like do a romantic comedy, which is like to me your superpower, and also
Yeah.
doing like your music and performing. Like when she's like, when I see you perform, it's just like let's how do we put those two together? And
Mhm.
so we got to do that for the first time ever with this project because I've never really done a musical.
Mhm.
So I've always wanted to do a musical. This is not quite a musical, but
Right.
it was kind of like bringing those things together. So that was a lot of fun. And you're right, I haven't done an album in a while. I've released some singles in English and
Mhm.
in Spanish, which I love. I'm always making music, but I
Mhm.
haven't done like a J-Lo album. And this
Yeah.
is not a J-Lo album per se. This is a soundtrack for this movie. And I play a character, this character Kat, and Maluma plays Bastion, and we made music that we felt was right for those characters
Mhm.
and this movie and to tell this story. And so that it's a little bit different than a J Lo or Maluma music,
Right.
and but it's beautiful, I think, and I'm really proud of it, and it is somewhat of an album from me
Yeah.
for people, so that's exciting.
Before we go to John, because John has some questions for you.
Okay.
Kids are doing well. Your kids are good, the twins?
13, they're
I
about
know.
to be 14.
Yeah. That's nuts, right? Where did that time go?
I don't know.
JLo, with the Super Bowl coming up, the halftime show is just as big as the actual game. I'm a music guy before I've been a sports guy my whole life. So thinking back to the different halftime shows, yours in 2020 with Shakira was one of the most memorable ones.
Thank
I've
you.
never talked to someone who's headlined a Super Bowl before, and I'm wondering, when you're trying to get your mind right for that show, do you have to
Yeah.
mentally prepare in a different way than the rest of your shows you've ever done? Because that's one of the biggest stages in the world.
100%. I don't think there's any ever artist who's done the halftime show that doesn't walk away thinking, oh my God,
Yeah.
that was so much pressure. It really carries so much weight. You know that there's billions of people watching. You know that everybody in the industry is watching. You know that you have to you're entering this kind of group of artists who are legendary, who've done it before you want it to be the best, obviously, because you're competitive and you want it,
Mhm.
of course, to be the best ever. And so there's all this pressure with it. And there's a lot of parameters. You have a certain amount of time. You have, they have to build the stage and take it off, and then all of the creative. And I build my shows from top to bottom,
Right.
as I'm sure most artists do. And so you're dealing with so many different aspects besides your performance.
Do you
And what
think about that walking on to the stage?
No, once you're walking, for me, walking onto the stage is, it's all the preparation, and I do prepare and I love to rehearse.
Mhm.
So, I'm by the time I'm walking to the stage, it's kind of like very boxer walking into the ring. Like I've
Right.
done all the training, this is what I do,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna, fight to the death, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. So that's what gives you the confidence, all that training and all the rehearsal, so to
Yeah,
speak,
and
you've
so
done
that
before.
it's kind of like it's this weird mix of like adrenaline
Yeah.
and super zen.
Yeah.
Like I got super like your confidence has to be so, kind of intact at that moment and at the same time. So it's just like this weird thing of like a thoroughbred. Let me out of the gates,
Let me
Right.
run.
but also like I know exactly what I need to do. So there's that focus as well.
Well, that's a ton of confidence right there. So I would think, though, there must be something in life that intimidates Jennifer Lopez. There has to be something that gives you pause, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess a lot of things do. Yeah.
What? Name one thing, because I'm not going to buy it until you name one thing.
I mean, I've really been thinking about
Yeah.
directing, you know,
Okay.
uh, uh, feature films and things like that. So yeah, I mean, but there's something intimidating about it because it's a new venture. So anytime you do something new, I think is when
Right.
you're like intimidated. Like you're like, okay, how do I enter this? How do I use what I know and what I do to make this great? And I think whenever you take on that bigger next new venture,
Yeah.
that there's definitely that feeling of insecurity and you feel a little intimidated by it. But you know, it's
Well,
going.
within that, talking about directorial debuts and stuff, this was Maluma's first feature film. Did you find yourself, when you're doing Marry Me, did you find yourself giving him any advice? Did you see an excitement in him that you remember your first feature film with?
Yeah, you know, I always think about that when I work with people, because I've produced the last few movies that I've
Yeah.
done, you know, I always feel like it's my job to make everybody feel comfortable. And, you know, if I see anybody struggling or if I feel like I can help them in any way, I definitely do that. And this was his first movie. So, you know, I think he was very open to like, you know, what
Mhm.
do you think about this? And I say, you know, what about think about this or do that, or, you know, let's do this in this next take, or and he was very open to that, and we had a good time. He was a real natural. You know, you never know when you cast somebody in their first
Mhm.
film. You hope, and we met and we talked about the scenes and we rehearsed and stuff, but you never know on the day what they're going to do, on if they're going to deliver. But he
Yeah.
did.
Do you think his shirt came off too much?
Did you think his shirt came off too much? Was his shirt off at all?
I don't know. I couldn't watch a few scenes just in case because my wife was watching it intently because she's become the biggest Maluma fan now too. Like,
Yeah,
oh, please don't take your shirt
no,
off.
I
She's on
think
his Instagram. It's like,
Graham, he doesn't have his shirt a lot, but not here. No. And this movie is very PG. PG.
good. Well, that's why my 13-year-old liked it too. It really is good for the entire family. So in theaters February 11th, Valentine's weekend, also streaming on Peacock as well. Do you miss the touring? Do you miss all that?
I do.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get back to it. I think performing is one of the great joys of my life. And I always say it's like where I get to be like all of the things on my best self up there.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, it's where I'm my most giving, my most loving. I'm just like outpouring. And there's something so good, you know, I always
Yeah.
feel it's better to give than to receive, but there is something about that. When you feel like you're bringing joy to people, making them
Mhm.
dance, making them sing, making them laugh, making them cry, making them scream, you know, and jump up and down. There's just something so exciting about that.
Of course.
To have, you know, that privilege. And I really do see it as a blessing.
Do you ever get tired of being so busy? Because I feel like I've grown up watching you and you were just always on the move, doing things. You're one of the busiest women in show business. And I can't believe I've been watching that this whole time. You've never stopped and you never look tired.
I do. I am tired. I'm tired right
She's tired all the time.
now. I've mastered the art of not looking tired.
Yeah.
That's the biggest talent. Yeah, no, I do. Of course, I get tired sometimes, but I do love what I do.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
I think,
good.
you know, as time has gone on, I have realized that I, you know, especially with the kids, since the kids were born,
Yeah.
there's more balance. Believe it or not, there's more balance, but we do space it out where there always feels like there's something.
Mhm.
But yeah, I get my time, and I think as time goes by, you know,
Sure.
I've been more kind of discerning with the projects. Like you said, I haven't done an album in years. I haven't, you know, done a movie in a while, and
Yeah.
so you know, I've learned to kind of do the work-life balance a little bit better, and
Mhm.
hopefully, I'm going to get better and better at that. As you know, I want to be home more and more.
Of course. I've got two last questions for you. One's from my wife. She said, so many women look to you for beauty secrets.
So true.
What's one step in your beauty regimen that you think is the most important and should never be missed?
Honestly, there's a few things, and I guess you know I launched my beauty company last year, and you know I thought a lot about this stuff because I
Right.
don't want to bullshit people. I want to really give them the secrets and the things that I feel have helped me.
Mhm.
And there's a few things. There's you know, obviously skincare, obviously sleep, obviously, you know, like staying out of the sun.
Right.
Those are like basic beauty secrets. Like if you have a good skincare routine with your, you know, with taking good care of yourself,
Mhm.
there's a combination of that that is like mind and body and,
Right.
soul, that is really what keeps you young and hopeful and beautiful, I think, and youthful and timeless.
Sure. I think finding that love and family, and I know you
Sure,
found
like,
it. No, I mean, I get it, but I'm struggling because I do a morning radio show, so
what
you
you
know I
want
don't get to sleep.
for a magic pill.
That's what I was gonna say. Yes, give me the magic pill.
You go to your dermatologist and he injects you with horse, no.
Right.
No,
No.
there's nothing like that. I haven't done that. I'm not like a big, I know some, people are, and I don't judge anybody. Everybody does what they want to do,
Right.
but I'm not a big, injectables type
That's
person.
not your thing.
That's
Yeah.
not my thing. Maybe, in the future, I might
Oh
be like,
God.
hit me.
That'd
You
be
know what I
great. That'd be
mean?
great.
But not right now. And
Okay.
I really am about, you know, using my products every day. That's
Mhm.
what I do. I use the JLo Beauty Serum
Right.
every day and night, and the moisturizer, and
It
the
works.
sunscreen, and all of those things. And, like that, like just
Hey,
honestly, a consistency.
I'll tell you what, send it over. We'll see what we can do with this because I have fix up my face on Zoom turned on
Good,
high.
Valentine. I'm not gonna lie. You look good.
Thank you. You're sweet. Last thing, I buried the lead. Very last thing here. You have an event called Marry Me Tonight. You will
Yes.
be performing with Maluma live in concert. We are having people go there who will get married. It's
Yes.
going to be a huge event.
That is
Yes,
incredible.
we're looking for 4 couples to
Yeah.
be married who are ready to take their vows on stage, just like in the movie, because this is what happens in the
Yep.
movie. And to get married on stage when we introduce the new music from the album. We'll be singing all the new songs, and we will have 4 couples, lucky couples, get married on stage with me and Maluma, and yeah, it's gonna be an amazing event.
What a dream.
So
Excited.
as far as I know too, we're going to help you find those couples for this
Yeah.
event, and we'll be there supporting it as well. We're so excited
Right.
about it.
That's right. Thank you guys. We
Yeah.
gotta find the right people.
Yeah. Oh, we will. Unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't want to say that out loud?
No, I couldn't say it out loud. It was a joke in the movie. No one's holding up the sign.
Oh, marry me. Yes. I didn't get that. I was like, wow, you don't want people to know? Yeah.
Jennifer, you're the best. It's so nice to see you
I don't
again.
want, I'm not, I'm good.
Hey, are you rooting hardcore for the Red Sox now at least?
You're not going to bring me into that whole
I
thing.
grew up in Connecticut. I had to. I had to do it for my team. I got Tom Brady over my right shoulder here.
Yes. Everybody loves Tom Brady.
Tommy's the best. Tommy's the best. Listen, thank you very much. And I hope to see you soon. We'll definitely see you at the event, okay?
Yes. Yes. I'll see you there. Are you guys going to be there?
I will
We'll be there.
absolutely be there. Congratulations on everything. That's fantastic.
Excellent. Thank you, guys. Good to see you. John, thank you for entering.
sweet.
Thank
Pleasure to
you.
meet you. Thank you.
Bye, Jen. Thank you very much.
Bye, Valentine. It's good to see you.